Yeah, yeah, there you go. Push it back in. All right, guys. Welcome in, I should say. Uh, Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today we are going to do uh, Tarzan's Revenge, 1938. And this actually comes from, uh, actually, from you guys, actually. I gotta recommend, or gotta shout you guys out for putting this on my radar. Uh, Given the past Tarzan movies that I've done, and you know, also doing the one that I know from my childhood. So I really gotta say thank you for putting me back on the Tarzan train here, and also just letting me know that you guys want to see more Tarzan films, older films too, that are that are streamable that I can actually get my hands on. I plan to do uh, Tarzan and his mate when it does become streamable. You know, you guys have been asking me to do that one for a couple of years now, and I plan to do that when it becomes streamable or I get my hands on possibly a DVD or something like that, um, if I can. But that's always been top of my list because I've heard a lot of good stuff about that one. But this one is about Tarzan's Revenge. Um, Now I do know that this is around the Johnny Weissmuller era, but from what I know, I believe he's not in this one. I think it's a different actor that plays Tarzan. Um, but that's uh, gonna just be very, very interesting to see, given who we know who plays Tarzan around this time, and when that and when he does his 12. So I'm very interested to see this take, and I wonder what revenge we're going to be talking about because, in a sense, um, you could say that the other Tarzan movies I've done have been also about revenge. Uh, so it's going to be interesting to see in what scenario would cause Tarzan to have revenge. Uh, I would imagine that we're just going to remain in the jungle, that sort of thing. I don't expect that we're going to go to like a city like New York, kind of like we did with Tarzan in New York, one that I did back in late 2024, but who knows? So that's also going to be very interesting to see where this actually goes and what the revenge is going to be about. Uh, Other than that, that's really all I got for you guys with kind of the introduction about what I know about the film and moving forward. But I do, like I said, want to again. I do appreciate you guys letting me know that you want to see more of this, and if you guys have more suggestions, it doesn't have to be about Tarzan or anything like that. It can be any movie you guys would like me to see, uh, and that sort of thing. And if you guys have more suggestions, I'd be more than happy to take a look at and see what you guys want to see on the channel and see my reaction too. Without any further ado, guys, let's get into Tarzan's Revenge, 1938. Tarzan's Revenge.
You get my gun.
Ready, Mr. Potter?
Mr. Potter.
How many does that make?
Roughly, sir, at least 20.
Oh, not bad for an amateur. You just missed seeing me do some pretty fast shooting.
I may have missed seeing you, darling, but I certainly heard you.
I like that, what she said there.
You're quite the sportsman, Nevin.
No, I'm just anxious to get on with this real hunting.
Yes, sir. I'm going back to Evansville, a bunch of rare animals that'll make the New York Zoo look like a hit count proposition. I've been sitting here getting loaded with ideas.
Are you sure it isn't those tiger's kisses?
Now, listen, Evan. A good idea never came out of a seltzer bottle. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Music's getting on my nerves.
I rather like it.
Yeah, sure. The drums of Africa.
It's driving me crazy.
Hello, Mother. How's your hay fever?
Fine. Rog, I want you to go to that savage's cabin and make him stop that noise.
Why do they want them to stop the drums, though?
Certainly glad our daughter's going to marry a gentleman.
You ought to know you picked him.
Shoo!
And they're setting us up for disappointment because she chooses Tarzan, I bet. What you want to bet?
Say, can't you stop that music?
Well, His Excellency may resent any intrusion.
Well, if the boat is his, he's certainly entitled to his music.
He comes from around Nyamagara, way deep in the jungle. He controls all of the natives back there. Has a lot of emerald mines, too.
Is he young, good-looking, married?
Oh, I understand that he has, some 100-odd wives.
Odd.
Yes, you know. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's odd.
Like her sense of humor already.
And many interesting stories about him, too. Not all good.
As one can expect.
All those rumors seem to be true.
But what rumors are those? Because we really didn't get into the rumors.
Hot on.
Oh. What's the big idea?
What's the big idea?
But it's a beautiful ruby, isn't it?
Now, look. You take that back to boss.
Darling, are you starting in already to be the heavy husband, even before we're married?
I wonder what, in terms of heavy, she meant by that. Like, what does it mean to be heavy husband? I guess what I'm saying is, what is the context, I guess?
Who do you think you are?
Find out who's guiding the Reed party.
Now, listen, Olaf. You behave yourself on this trip. It's the last job you'll ever do for this company.
Olaf.
The rich Americans want to bring back rare animals for a zoo. That's easy.
I've always paid you well.
Oh, sure, that part of it's all right.
I'll take care of everything. And you will not be blamed.
What do you expect me to do?
I'll get in touch with you, but all in good time.
Well, you don't want to walk. Well, why can't we stay here and rest a few days before we start?
Oh, be a sport, Patty. You can't be tired even before we started.
Oh, I was tired of the whole thing when you first got the idea. Shoo!
Is she allergic to something? Later that we might find out. I do like the monkeys playing in the water. That's kind of cool. So the men know who Tarzan is because they've ran into him in the past. But I'm surprised they didn't tell the Reed family about it yet. That was cute.
It's a sight I wanted to see.
They seem quite tame.
Don't you believe it? They're not.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're tame. I would just say that they're, like he said, enjoying themselves. And
Put down that gun, Nevin.
You fool. You want them to stampede?
yeah, I was gonna say that's probably gonna be what happens if you do that.
We're not on this trip to kill wanton.
And will you please tell me why you brought all these guns?
To give us an even break. Not to try to mow down all the animals in Africa.
I would have just said for protection. What are you gonna do with those rocks? Oh, those aren't rocks. Those are melons or coconuts or something. Can't tell what it is. Like the map, it shows the passage of time, really. I like it that he knows how to, the chimp knows how to swing on a rope. um, Mimicry.
Those confounded mosquitoes would stop biting.
I just got 3 at one time. Cry, it sounded almost human.
No, it couldn't be.
Come on, Nevin, let's go.
Nevin? Nevin.
We can't get over this marsh.
Sure, we can cross on that log.
Her scream made me jump there.
Eleanor, how did you manage to get into that?
Oh, easily, but it doesn't matter. You're all right.
That was funny.
I grab my hand. Oh, you're just awkward, that's all.
You're just helpless, that's all.
You're just awkward. You're just helpless.
No, Nevin, don't go. Don't leave me here in this thing. Never, never. Don't go, Nevin.
It's not a sinkhole.
Who are you? No, you come here and get me out of this.
Tarzan.
I'm Eleanor.
Tarzan. Eleanor.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Put your rock in.
Don't you dare touch me or I'll bite you.
Eleanor, we're coming.
Gotta leave right now.
Wasn't I quick?
Oh, very. I've only had time to be rescued once since you left.
Were you molested by apes?
No. The man helped me out, and the monkey just sat on the log and watched. We dropped right down out of the treetops in a one-piece bathing suit.
You've got a fever.
You got a... you got a fever.
I'm afraid this heat is too much for her.
I'm not having a sunstroke. It all happened, I tell you.
Look.
Aren't they, darling?
Oh, what a prize.
Shall we take them?
Well, why not?
That's probably a bad idea. If you're not going to leave immediately, I would say that the mother would come looking for the cubs.
Only Nevin thinks I've had a sunstroke because I told him a man, a real flesh and blood man, rescued me long before he got back.
What did I say?
Bridgeport.
All right. I'll have them cross it. Tell Ben Ali Bey to have his men there.
Keep points away from mouth. One blow. Him kill quick.
He's going to kill the safari? I mean, I get kind of why, but I also don't get why you would want to kill them too. It makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense. I'm not sure exactly where they're going with this just yet.
But you haven't got your white crocodile yet.
Where'd you say you'd find them?
They're supposed to be plentiful on the other side of the New Band River, a few kilometers from here.
I like that the mother or father is following them.
Oh, the poor Polly.
That's kind of funny. Polly.
I'm here to collect animals.
Polly want a
Kill them.
cracker? No, Polly doesn't want to be shot.
Why don't we camp here and work out from this country?
But what about the white crocodiles I promised you? He wants to make the trip last as long as possible. He's getting paid for it, isn't he?
Oh, they just explained it too, because he's getting paid to lead them on that lead them on the safari or expedition. The map is cool. Well, I like the map.
You just wait a minute and I'll get you some milk.
He's kind of waiting to be attacked.
The lioness, she came for her cubs.
What scared her off?
Tarzan, that man from the jungle, he fought her.
Is your mother in there?
Why, no.
Oh, the hell, sir, something's captured me.
No, just a monkey. The fellow, if there was one, got away.
If there was one, who do you think saved me from the lioness? This is the same monkey that was with him at the mud hole.
Now he's gonna have to save his friend. Cheetah, as I would call him. Or Short. Other animals.
The animals are gone.
The chimpanzee, too?
Yes, all of them.
How could that have happened?
Tarzan. He's strong enough to have done it easily.
Oh, nonsense, Eleanor. It would have taken 10 men to bend those bars.
Nevertheless, he could do it.
Why is he there still?
I don't want any mysterious person hanging around our camp. Why, he might murder us all in the night.
But he's proven himself to be a friend, not an enemy.
I want you to stay right here until they find that wild man.
It's just what I don't want them to do.
Oh, why did I ever leave home?
That's a good question. I'm kind of wondering what your part in the movie is for this. I think she fainted. The camera didn't remain on her for very long, but I think she fainted.
Send them away. I'm scared. Let me go with you.
I feed her one, I feed myself one. I feed her one, I feed myself one. wonder if they actually stopped to rest or if they actually been searching for her all night, though.
Evan!
I can't believe his name is Nevin still. It's an unusual name I've never heard of before, though.
I thought I'd lost you forever.
I thought so too, Dad. He just sort of showed me the sights of the jungle.
Where is he? Which way did he go? We'll get him this time.
Oh, him. He left me here early yesterday.
We're gonna break camp.
That suits me.
Oh, no.
Well, why not?
Dad, you've had such good luck here.
No, I haven't. I haven't got my white crocodile.
But you will, darling. Don't be so impatient.
I find it kind of odd that she calls her father darling for some reason. Even though that's the very first time. I guess I just associate it more with, a boyfriend or husband type title instead, I guess.
Go to the bridge and camp there. A white safari is coming to my domain. Bring the girl here.
Or then maybe you shouldn't have shot at it. Can't make out what it is.
I guess I was mistaken.
You better be careful, Never. You'll be running out of bullets.
Don't worry about that. I've got a whole case I haven't unpacked yet.
Why couldn't we have done something sensible? Chartered a yacht and gone fishing. Even the president finds that exciting enough. Achoo!
Trying to think. Could she be talking about FDR? Or could she talk about the one that had a medical procedure done while he was on a boat on a fishing trip? I put that in quotation marks. I think it was Grover Cleveland, but I could be mistaken there. But I think Grover Cleveland was before even this movie came out, so I don't know. Side tangent over. Get back to the film, Mike.
Well, it looks mighty frail to me.
We can cross it.
Why can't we look for white crocodiles here?
This isn't the place.
We'll pitch camp and we'll cross tomorrow.
You little boss. White man Reed, him big boss. Me tell him no go cross bridge, then I'll obey. Him no good.
Oh, those are the darts. I was wondering what those were. Got all about those, actually.
I said beef, and I'll swim on my back.
Okay, let's go.
I really don't think you need a shower cap. I understand you want to protect your hair, but really, I don't think you need a shower cap.
Come back, Emily!
You're not gonna outrun that crocodile or alligator. I don't know how to tell the difference between the two, but you're not gonna outrun it. They can move a lot faster than you can. Good thing they haven't named the monkey, so I'm just gonna call it Cheetah. Good thing Cheetah was there. I like Cheetah better than Turk, so I'm just gonna call it Cheetah. The monkey, that is. Or the chimpanzee, should I say. I gotta say that I kind of like the music, but it fits the movie, obviously, but also it doesn't sound like it's in a hurry, but also it is in a hurry. And I think it's just the depthness and fullness of the sound or something like that. But I just don't know what it is. Something's off about it, even though the music does fit what's going on. It just doesn't... It sounds like it's being tamed a little bit. And that has to just do with the basically the technology at the time, I think. Really and honestly, because the music does fit what's going on. But I'm not really an expert in music or anything.
Leave it alone. Stop it.
Now, don't be a fool. Never let it happen.
Well, you want that? Oh, no.
Oh, go on. Give it to him.
Oh, all right. Hey, this what you want?
I like that. Is this what you want? Throws it down on the ground and picks his gun back up and whacks him with the head with it. That was funny. Nice catch. I don't know what it is. I feel like a lot of Tarzan moves are like wrestling moves for some reason.
My cane.
Oh, I thought he said my king, not my cane.
It's your turn now. Don't you remember?
Remember what? I think this is your first meeting, is it not? Or no, it's actually, well, yes and no. It is and it isn't the first meeting because they just saw each other through a window. Oh, there we go. I didn't know if that reached all the way to the top or not. Didn't think about that. Just climbing over the... Just because I thought it reached all the way to the top. Forget that. I think that's the fireman's carry, but I could be wrong about that.
Ellen, you all right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's crocodiles down below.
Where is the white crocodile?
Search me, I don't know.
That's a weird response. I don't think I want to search you, bud.
I positively forbid it. I told you before, and I'm telling you now. Well, you shouldn't even see him again. Can you picture us walking down the center aisle of a...
And Tarzan swinging on the chandelier?
Nevin, can't you do something?
That took a dark turn. I don't know where he was aiming, but he had plenty of time. You go for the center mass. Decision she has to make. What I love about that scene right there in particular, when the right before the horn blows and right after it, is you can just tell she has to make a decision visually without actually saying it. Where to begin with Tarzan's Revenge, really. I guess the very, very, very first thing I want to say is I liked it a lot as far as Tarzan goes. I mean, I really did like it, but I do want to thank you guys for suggesting in the comments to actually watch this one. So this one came from you guys, as I had stated out in the intro, and I do appreciate that. Uh, I'll tell you my knee jerk reaction to this when I first, once it had actually ended, because it's been a couple of days since that with editing and stuff like that. So it's been uh, some time for me to think about it because yeah, I don't like to, after the film's done, then go into giving you guys my thoughts. I like to actually edit it first and then give you my thoughts, just because I like doing it that way. That's just how I like to think, to let it marinate. My knee jerk reaction though was, honestly, I thought that it was short, uh, and I thought that it was more like a reading an abridged book, essentially. Uh, don't I forget if we have a term for that in the film, but I thought more so that it felt like I was watching a abridged movie than anything else. And the reason I felt that way was just um, I thought that the um, ex the exposition part of it was really short. Like, we really don't know the the characters very well, and we don't really get a setup. But really and honestly, when editing it, I did actually find that the characters' motivations were fine for what they were doing, at least for most of them. There's one exception to that, and that would be the mother. I don't know why she was in this at all, uh, other than to complain. And she wasn't, even to me, she wasn't like the comic relief or anything. To me, she was just annoying because all she did was complain about being on this trip with Eleanor and the father. Um, so I don't think she added anything to the uh, plot or a story element within the film itself. You could just remove her scenes, honestly, and the film would just be fine for it, to be honest with you. And I still stand by that portion of it, but after thinking about it for a while, with the beginning of the film and setting it up, I thought it was absolutely fine, and good as far as that goes, because of the fact that I let it sit and marinate, um, and that sort of thing. Um, but my knee jerk reaction was that the motivations need to be deeper than what they were, and I was thinking about this from more modern perspective with films, as far as films that were in the 60s and um 80s and stuff. Uh, but I wasn't thinking this in terms of when the film was actually made, which was in 1938, and so I had to give it a little bit of grace here, to be honest with you, um, and that sort of thing. I realized that after, while in the process of editing it, and then even after that as well. I just really don't think I gave it a fair shake when I first finished it. But like I said, over time and after editing it, uh, the motivations are fine, the setup's fine, everything's like that, except for, still to this day, I would say the mother is not needed because she does not provide any thing to do with the plot or story, for that matter. You could totally edit that out. Um, I do like the um, take of, I believe it's a prince or a king in this. I'm gonna say king in this, since going back home to Africa, and he sees Eleanor and he wants her and that sort of thing. Um, and I thought that was kind of interesting too. Uh, I I do like that angle where uh, it's not necessarily teaching Tarzan or anything like that. It's mainly Tarzan um, just having to save her from um, this king who eventually kidnaps her and that sort of thing. So that was a different take. The There is a little bit of jealousy hinted at the end with Nev and Tarzan, and what he does at the very end. Again, I do feel that it was a little bit rushed with the climax of the film and that whole thing because that's at the last like 6 or 7 minutes of the movie after we rescue her from the king here. Um, but again, I I just feel like we're that it is what's the word I'm looking for? Um, like we do the build up. They have their romance and stuff. I just feel like we're going from event to event to event, um, and they all seem separate and not very well connected, even though it is connected because it's in the film itself. But um, it's just kind of interesting to me. I really like the fact that the way that I've seen Tarzan in the meetings. Now I'm gonna switch to the meetings there. I did not transition that very well. When Tarzan meets Eleanor in this case, I do like they that whole me Tarzan, Jan- you know, Eleanor, me Tarzan, Eleanor, Tarzan, Eleanor. So basically, they point at each other and they point, back. I do like that. That's actually a staple of the longness running in the franchise. Of That's always kind of been there, and that's even in the Disney one as well. Um, but that just really um, I didn't know that was kind of, I guess you could say, running gag necessarily, but I've noticed that with all these Tarzan movies so far is they all have staples running back from, well, the early 30s, because I think the oldest one I've watched is either 1931 or 1932. Um, that still that started that or had that to begin with. I really like that they continue even to this day in the from the one from the 90s that they've continued that uh, running gag or tradition. Um, Now, I like Eleanor's performance. Um, Now, do I like it more than um Jane's and Mary's performance as far as the actors are concerned? I would say that I prefer Mary, and it's probably just because I've seen more of Mary's performance and the same actress in that Tarzan role with Johnny Weissmuller, and that's just I think it's more of a preference thing just because I've seen her more um, in that. But now we have three competing interests. So I think one of the polls that I'm going to put up there when you guys do see this is who would you rather prefer? Would you rather prefer Jane, Mary, or Eleanor? Or unsure? I think that's the poll that I want to run for this specific movie. Maybe I'll think of something else between now and then for another poll for you guys. But it's just very interesting. Now, to me, this has a feeling of um, like a TV special or um, Yeah, basically like a TV special instead of an actual movie. Now, I don't know. I think this was played in theaters and stuff just because of when this came out. So I don't think they would have called it like a TV special because I don't think TVs were very prevalent in the 1930s. Maybe again, whenever I think of TV, I always think of TVs starting to become entered into homes in the 1950s, even though I think that there were some in the 40s as well. But again, I'm not historically um, historically known when TVs started to become mainstream. I think in the 50s, but at least that's what I think about when I think about television entering homes. So I think they would have maybe titled this as a movie. I don't know. Um, so if I mistitle this, do let me know down in the comments below. Like this should be movie instead of TV special, which I'm probably just gonna title it movie reaction. And if I do get that wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments, guys, because um, I'm only human. I make mistakes, that sort of thing. As far as the actual title of the film, um, and the other reason why I think that it's just one event after another and not really a through line here, even though it does have a, main plot point, and what happens to the characters is Tarzan's revenge. It doesn't really define what his revenge is. Is it that they, you know, is it that they kidnapped, or basically they kidnapped? Well, I shouldn't say kidnapped. They basically put the animals in cages, and now Tarzan has to go and rescue them. That's not really Tarzan's revenge, I don't think. Um, or is it that, you know, once we save the animals, uh, the Reed family, at least Eleanor, gets kidnapped, and he has to save them. So is that Tarzan's revenge? So I just kind of take issue with the title of this film just because it's not really clearly defined what Tarzan's revenge is. Um, because I'm a big, uh, I like, I know I focus probably too much on titles now, but I just feel like this movie is not very well titled as far as uh, what what it could be called. And I honestly don't know what would be a better title for it because I just haven't put that much thought into it. But if I give it some more time, I probably could come up with a better title for this film. But that's just my thought. If you guys have a better suggestion for the title of this film, I would love to hear your guys' suggestion in the comments below. I think we can come up with something better than Tarzan's Revenge, um, in my personal opinion, with the community that we have here. So let me know down in the comments below about uh, what titles you would suggest in renaming this film. Uh, I think we could come up with some pretty good ones. Um, the I I kind of like Olaf, even though he is a traitor to the Reed family, that sort of thing. I thought he was, I thought it was a good performance by him, and just really like him, even though he did betray it. Um, I kind of, I kind of like the King too, a little bit, even though he didn't really do much. I think that he could have, um, they could have done a lot more with him than others. Just saying that he wants Eleanor. Um, I really like this Tarzan. I really like his hair, I should say. Um, just really like the hairstyle that Tarzan, this particular Tarzan, presented us with. I forget the actor's name at the moment, but I really like his hairstyle. Um, and again, I feel like these older Tarzan movies have a lot of wrestling moves um, that were in around this time. You have a lot of people playing Tarzan that are like gymnasts or in some type of athletic thing, like track and field or track star, track or something to do physically, like swimming or something like that. Um, think of like the Olympics type of stuff, snowboarding and stuff. So I think um, it's a very good fit for Tarzan because you get a lot of people that are um, physically fit for the role. So I could see, that was another thought that crossed my mind while watching this too. Is just um, the choreography and the overall physique of people playing Tarzan, as well as um, people who play the main characters and stuff, as far as Jane, that sort of thing. Um, but I think I do prefer um, Mary a little bit more than the other two, just because I've seen a lot more of Mary in a sense. Um, but yeah, guys, that's kind of my overall thoughts. Um, but is uh, it's a fun time. I kind of associate it with what people would now call, a um, um, what is it, like just a good overall feel for like Saturday night or Saturday morning cartoons and that sort of thing. But again, I maybe put my foot in my mouth when I say that. So let me know what you guys think of just kind of my overall reaction to this. Um, Let me know if you think that I'm being too harsh on it for um, for this film made in the 30s, and if I'm way off base, don't be afraid to tell me, guys. Again, I'm here to learn more about Tarzan during this time, just like I learned with, Johnny Weissmuller and the rest, and the ones that were made in the 40s as well. So let me know what you guys think of my reaction. What was your first reaction when you watched this for the very first time? Um, I'm either as kids or as an adult, because you guys can elaborate that down in the comments for me, and just um, yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think of um Tarzan's Revenge 1938. With that, guys, do consider like, commenting, and subscribing. Really do appreciate all the people have been recently subscribing and liking and commenting on the videos. Do keep it up. Really do want to grow this channel and uh, try to get to 500 subs by the end of the year. So thank you again for just um, watching this, and I do appreciate you guys' time, that you take the time to watch my videos. So thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and have an amazing rest of your day.